Hello, this is Tokyo Trivia Walk. Today, I'm at OJI Station. It's about a 20-minute ride, 10 stops from Tokyo Station on the Keihin Tohoku line. One of the area's distinctive features is its streetcar, a rarity in Tokyo, known as the Tokyo Sakura Tram. It runs through the northeastern part of the city, while OJI is now a residential area close to the city center, featuring many apartment complexes popular with families. It is also a fascinating town with a rich history. Let's start our walk. The commercial complex on the right is OJI Sun Square. It is a multi-purpose facility housing entertainment venues, such as a bowling alley, batting center, and arcade, as well as restaurants and a supermarket. OJI is convenient for commuting to work or school, as it is served by 3 lines: the JR Keihin Tohoku line, the Tokyo Sakura Tram, and the Tokyo Metro Namboku line. Next to Sun Square, there is a stone monument. It marks the site where Shoshi Keisha, Japan's oldest paper manufacturing company, was established in 1873. The company was founded by Eiichi Shibusawa, whose portrait currently appears on Japan's 10,000 yen banknote. This town is not merely a commuter town. It is distinguished by its history of papermaking in Japan and its ties to Eiichi Shibusawa, and is home to several facilities related to this heritage. Our next destination is coming into view. This is the OJI plant of the National Printing Bureau. Postage stamps and revenue. Stamps are manufactured here. Originally, banknotes were printed at this facility. A little further ahead, you will find the Museum of Money and Stamps. Here, you can learn about the history of Japanese banknotes and stamps. Here in OJI, there are as many as 4 museums where you can learn about the introduction of capitalism to Japan during the Meiji era, a movement centered on figures like Eiichi Shibusawa. Now, I would like to cross over to the other side. I've crossed over to the other side of the street, lined with banks, supermarkets, and family restaurants. This street supports the daily lives of local residents. I'm going to turn left and take a look at the shopping district. This area is densely packed with apartment buildings and office blocks. Many of these buildings feature shops on the ground floor, creating a shopping district atmosphere. This area serves as the commercial hub of OJI, with the town developed extending from the east to the northeast of the station. Tunes. This is the main street of the shopping district. If you keep going straight, you'll reach the area in front of OJI Station. I think I'll take a slight detour and continue exploring the neighborhood. A park comes into view on the right. This site was originally home to an elementary school. Once you pass this park, the atmosphere shifts to that of a primarily residential area. After passing the park, I'll head back toward the station. The history of the area east of OJI Station is tied to the establishment of a paper mill, and the town developed to serve the workers employed there. Since this spot is a bit further away from the factory, there are fewer shops around here. A short walk brings you to a bakery. This is Mejido, a bakery with a history spanning nearly 140 years. Having been founded back in 1889, it looks like they offer dine-in seating as well. If you visit OJI, be sure to stop by. After walking a short distance, you reach the main avenue extending from the station. I plan to cross this avenue and head back toward the station. If you go any further away from the station from this point, you enter a residential area dominated by apartment complexes. On the way back towards the station, there is a Johoku Shinken bank branch that features an adjoining souvenir shop selling items such as merchandise related to Eiichi Shibusawa. I am heading back toward the station. There are many relatively new buildings on this side. After walking a short distance, you will see a subway entrance on your right. The building next to it is called Kitatopia, a ward facility that features an observation deck. I plan to pass under the train tracks and head to the west side of the station. I have emerged on the other side of the railway tracks. This side has fewer shops and is primarily residential. This area marks the edge of the Musashino Terrace, where a steep escarpment creates a significant change in elevation. Consequently, the land here remains undeveloped. The shopping street leading towards the station is small in scale. But the steep terrain has allowed much of the greenery to remain intact. The Shakuji River runs through this vicinity, and its tributary, the Otonashi River, flows right in front of the station. The area along the tributary has been landscaped into a scenic spot. Scenic locations in the area, such as Asukayama, Uji Shrine, and the Otonashi River, have been popular leisure destinations since the Edo period, attracting many visitors over the years. I have arrived at Otonashi Gawa, a Shinsi park. The Shakuji River originally flowed through this area, but it has since been enclosed in an underground conduit. Now only the Otonashi River flows here. Maintained as part of this park, the area is lined with cherry trees. In the spring, many people come here for cherry blossom viewing. There are water wheels and bridges. The atmosphere recreates the feel of bygone eras, such as the Edo period. Walking through it made me feel as though I had stepped back in time. It is beautifully maintained, isn't it? Next, I'd like to head to OJI Shrine by climbing the stairs right here. As soon as you go up the stairs, a large ginkgo tree catches your eye. It is designated as a cultural property by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. It is said to be around 600 years old. Since this area is part of the OJI Shrine precincts, you can proceed directly towards the main hall. We have arrived at the main shrine building. OJI Shrine gave its name to the surrounding area. Although the exact date of its founding is unknown, the shrine was restored between 1331 and 1334 by the Toshima clan, the local lords at the time. They newly enshrined the deity Nanyakuichi Ojigu, her head transferred from the Hamaoji Shrine of Kumano Shingu, thereby establishing the shrine as OJI Shrine. We have arrived at the main shrine building. OJI Shrine gave its name to the surrounding area. While its exact founding date is unknown, the shrine was restored between 1331 and 1334 by the Toshima clan, the local lords at the time. They newly enshrined the deity Nyakuichi Ojigu, are transferred from the Hamaoji Shrine of Kumano Shingu, thereby establishing the shrine as OJI Shrine. OJI Shrine is renowned for bestowing blessings such as good fortune, misgissings, and down of Ranmo, and the warding off of misfortune, and the healthy upbringing of children, and physical well-being. I have arrived at the Otonashi River. The terrain here features cliffs carved out by the river. I will cross this bridge and head toward my next destination, Asukayama. Following the road leads to a major thoroughfare. This spot is on the opposite side from where I started my walk. Since a streetcar runs along this road, and there are few places to cross, I will head back toward the station and make my way to the entrance of Asukayama. I've arrived near the entrance to Asukayama Park. Underneath the elevated tracks, there is a mural depicting Eiichi Shibusawa in an anime style, just past the elevated tracks. You can see the monorail used to ascend Asukayama. It is called Escargon, and the ride is free of charge. Since Asukayama is only about 25 meters high, you can easily walk up it. But riding the monorail might be a fun way to make some memories. This time, however, I'm going to walk up the stairs, and I would like to take a moment to talk about the history of Asukayama until the early Edo period. This area was merely a thicket of trees. However, the 8th shogun, Tokugawa Yoshimune, who assumed the position in 1716 and hailed from the Kishu Tokugawa clan, took a liking to this location and the nearby OJI Shrine, which had been relocated here from Kishu, in present-day Wakayama Prefecture. He ordered the planting of cherry trees in the area, and in 1737, the site was open to the general public. It subsequently became a famous cherry blossom viewing spot and a popular leisure destination for the people of Edo. In the Meiji era, recognizing the need for parks in Tokyo, the government issued Dajokan, Grand Council of State, Proclamation number 16 in 1873, designating Asukayama as a park and initiating its development. Later, starting in 1901, Eiichi Shibusawa established a residence here and lived on the grounds until his death in 1931. There is a stone monument inscribed with the history of Asukayama. The area up to this point is for enjoying the scenery, while the section ahead features playground equipment where many children play, especially on weekends. Just before that, there is a stone monument honoring people from the surrounding Toshima district who served in the Russo-Japanese War. In the children's play area, a streetcar that transported Tokyo residence between 1949 and 1978 is on display. You can step inside the vehicle and get a feel for what it was like back then. Further ahead, a steam locomotive is also exhibited. This is the D51 model, which was primarily used for freight transport. Entering service in 1936, a total of 1,115 units were built. This represents the largest number of any steam locomotive type in Japan. And these trains supported transportation needs from World War II through the post-war era. Although retired in 1975, some remain preserved in operating condition. There are currently 2 such locomotives in Japan and 1 in Taiwan, capable of running. And 3 museums lined up together. The first one is the Paper Museum. Here, you can learn about the history of both Japanese paper, washi, and Western-style paper. Admission is 400 yen for adults and 200 yen for elementary and junior high school students. There is also a combined ticket for all 3 museums, or priced at 800 yen for adults and 320 yen for students. The second museum is the Asakayama Museum in Kita Ward. Here, you can learn about the geography and history of the local area. They also host various special exhibitions, depending on the season. So please check their website for details. The admission fee here is 300 yen for adults and 100 yen for students. As we walk a little further in, the next museum comes into view. This is the Shibusawa Eiichi Memorial Museum. Shibusawa founded Japan's first bank, Daiichi Bank, now Mizuho Bank, and established around 500 other companies, including gas and railway, businesses in the paper, manufacturing company I mentioned earlier, earning him the title, Le Father of Japanese Capitalism. He is the figure whose portrait appears on the current 10,000 yen banknote. Admission is 500 yen for adults and 100 yen for students. Eiichi Shibusawa's residence is preserved across from the museum. It consists of 2 separate buildings. Bankoro and Seian Bunko Bankoro is a tea house that was built to celebrate Aiichi Shibusawa's 77th birthday. It was constructed in 1918. It is said to have been used as a reception room for guests. This Western-style tea room reflects the atmosphere of the Taisho era. Next, let us look at the Seian Bunko, Seian Library, which features a Western-style garden. It was completed in 1925. To celebrate Eiichi Shibusawa's 80th birthday, the building served as both a library and a place for receiving guests. It is a beautiful Western-style structure that incorporates reinforced concrete, stained glass, and tile work. This is the site of a gazebo known as Yamagata-te Darusat. It served as a valuable museum offering insight into the life of Eiichi Shibusawa, a prominent figure active from the Meiji through the Taisho eras. Eiichi Shibusawa lived out his final years in this location, which offered a view of the OJI Paper Company factory, a business he founded. If you leave the residence and head around to the back, you will find a souvenir shop. Now, let us head back toward the station. Eiichi Shibusawa was originally born into a farming family in the Fukaya region of Saitama. Thanks to his father's guidance, he cultivated his business acumen from childhood by handling tasks such as negotiating the purchase of indigo balls, essential for the dyeing trade. Influenced by the Nobal and Revere the Emperor, expel the barbarians, no Sonojoi ideology, Eiichi and his cousins plotted to seize Takasaki Castle. However, they abandoned the plan and headed to Kyoto instead. There, he entered the service of Tokugawa Yoshinobu. He later traveled to Europe to study at the Paris Exposition, where he gained insight into capitalism and the joint stock company system. However, a political upheaval occurred while he was abroad, leading to the fall of the Edo shogunate and the establishment of the new Meiji government, prompting his return to Japan. Recognized for his knowledge, he joined the Ministry of Finance and, as a bureaucrat, helped lay the foundations of modern Japan. After leaving government service, he became an entrepreneur and established numerous companies. I've made my way back near the station. To wrap things up, I'd like to leave you with the view that Eiichi Shibusawa once gazed upon.